Salute, salute, salute. Welcome to Bang Time USA Media. We are back. I'm your boy Bang. That is FoFiff, and we are in the place to be. Y'all already see what the title is. You see what the title is. It's a BANGUSA moment, man. I figured I'd come on today and we just have a little discussion with FoFiff. And we'll unpack a couple of things that's going on in the game right now. We have a nationwide gang racketeering sweep that's begun from state to state, from Atlanta to New York. Got a lot of things going on in LA, and we're gonna talk about all of this, man. We're gonna talk about boom bap, thug life, trap music, drill music, all being hip hop genres, but is one different than the other? You know, I would say the difference is the era and the youth on how they doing it. But we was youth bringing up thug life music. We was youth bringing up trap music, and it's ignorance in it all. But there's room for maturity, and when you get maturity, you see the growth of it, and it takes some pain and real things to go down, and for these kids to grow up, mature. A couple people got to go down for that, and what's going on is it's out of control a little bit. What you think, Fifth?
I feel like the kids are just speaking their time, their era, what their struggles is, what they're going through. I always think, people don't like to see stuff evolve, but it has to evolve. It's just life. Everything evolves. And if y'all want to beat the kids up for what they're doing now, we got to beat ourselves up as the parents almost, because this is what we brought it to the stages to. This is what they're living through every day. We want to say, let's stop the music, but we also got to help them from living in that era to say stop the music at the same time. So we can't beat the kids up for them expressing their opinions. It's their opinions and they're expressing.
I agree 1,000%. That was the whole meaning of hip hop, right? That was the whole meaning of hip hop, to express. And boom bap was an era.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that, even in that era, people was going down. People was fighting. People was going down with the police. That they had to start a whole movement where they did to stop the violence,
Right.
self-destruction, all of that. But that was the elders. You know what I mean? And they were showing their growth at that time. And then after that, the youth came again.
And we took over.
Thug Life came by storm. Tupac came. Big came. Mobb Deep.
You got
Snoop Dogg.
But you see, at that time too, you always got to think like everybody had a lane.
Helter Skelter. All of us was street. All of us was from that in the game at the same time, right?
But at the same time, we didn't face the stuff that they faced. With social media, it takes it a whole different genre, because back then when we was facing it, we was just facing it where we was. Nowadays, you're facing it. People's putting it on blast. Everybody's seeing it. Who wants respect? Who don't want respect? We back in the day, we would go to somebody's neighborhood, you beat them up, you jump them, or whatever. It's either who was there to see it, and who did it, and who got beat up. That know what happened. And nobody else really know what happened.
Right.
Nowadays, it's phones and lives and so forth like that. So it's like they're showing
the gangbang era was here though. That's what that didn't come in the drill time era. Like people seem to forget that.
Like
the Eazy-E's, the Bone Thugs, what you thought they was talking about in their communities during that time? Like
at the same time, but they was uplifting and almost trying to do positive things in certain real gangs. You couldn't come into a neighborhood Another person couldn't come in your neighborhood and do no dumb shit because the gang makes sure the neighborhood was safe. Now the gang is making the neighborhood safe, but they're terrorizing the people in the neighborhood at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? Which, you could say that was going on back then too. But
Right.
I mean,
Because I remember them trying to use that line against us as shorties. We terrorizing the elders. We ain't do nothing to the
no,
elders. We was amongst our peers, you know what I mean?
right.
And the
But
elders owned the buildings and the properties, but you had all these kids and they all was outside, they all was doing something and things was going on. It wasn't the elders' fault
exactly.
or in their control to stop any of that stuff going on outside, right? And I feel like it's that today, it's just social media with it.
That's
And
it.
now the adults are still scared of these kids. All right.
Because they're seeing more than they used to see before. Back then they wasn't seeing all they're seeing right now. So
I
now
beg to differ, man.
it's on Front Street.
That crack and dope era, we saw it as kids.
Yeah, but
We
who else saw
saw
it?
that torment.
No
Like,
offense how I'm about to say it, but the people on the other side probably didn't see it because that's not what they live. We saw it because we lived it every day. We saw it just like the same way they don't understand these drills because they're not drilling every day.
right,
They don't have to be 15 years old and go to school with a gun because they want to come home that afternoon. They
right,
don't live that life, so they
right.
don't understand
They're
it.
not doing that just to make the drill song, you
Yeah,
know.
no, that's
They
what they're
actually
living.
living that life.
They're living that life, and people don't see that. And so now the big question is this: who do we blame? Are we blaming them still,
Right.
or do we
This is
blame
where I'm
us?
headed there next. Do the elders have some blame for this? Do the labels have some blame for this? Do hip hop is hip hop a terrorist organization?
Man, I'm gonna just tell you like this. I might not say it the right way on your platform, but I'm gonna say it today. I feel it's all a setup. It's all a setup. They want for you to sell records, you gotta talk that gangster shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
But if you talk that gangster shit, they got the feds watching you.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So it's a whole cycle. If you don't talk that gangster shit, you don't sell no records. They want to hear that shoot 'em up, killy, killy, bang, bang, whatever they want to call it, because that's what sell units.
Entertainment and people want to hear real life stuff.
Right. Now when you tell your real life stuff is going on, now they look at you different. But now you got the fans watching because you, as the artist, you might be out of it, but you still got your gang that's 1 foot in it. And you got street soldiers that still living. And they repping what you repping because that's what you repping and they holding you down, but they still in the war. They're still in the trenches. The police is still watching them every day. They still getting in trouble. They still doing all this other stuff. So that's why I say it's almost a setup, especially the way they're trying to use the laws now to get at these rappers in the industry. It's a setup. It's a setup. Even if we wasn't an organized gang, you're gonna make us one now because what? I have some group of guys that I grew up with that lives in a neighborhood that we
But
live
that's a
in.
given. That's a given in hip hop. Everybody came from a poor community. The minute you made it, you still know these people and they already know this community is this.
Yeah, but
You understand? I'll use LA as an example. The streets are organized to each different gang. The community and everybody know this was a culture. They
right,
know that block is over there is such and such Crips. They know that block over there is such and such Bloods. They know it because it's been years of bodies dropping in these areas, right? So they know that this culture exists. So now when Nipsey Hussle becomes famous, he's the whole neighborhood. Like, you understand? He should get the RICO because he knows the other guys in the neighborhood that caught a
okay,
murder
right.
and all of
But
that. Like,
now on the other side, which people don't want to look at, but that's not our side. They
right,
look at us like we're we're terrorists.
Right.
They look
This is
at
when
us like we're demons.
I already seen them do that to gang culture.
Right.
Now they're trying to do it to the music and rap culture.
And
now they're making a lot of U.S. civilians terrorists now.
Right.
They refuse to do this when they with white supremacy, but with rapping now it's RICO and they all associated, they all criminals.
These guys went to colleges.
I have a problem with that, America.
Guys went to colleges
I have a problem with that.
Have rallies and do all type of craziness, but they don't know how to handle them. But yet they'll go get a rapper, and
they're turning hip hop into domestic terrorism. Now, I will say this: you rappers, you drillers, you trappers, my fellow thug lifers, we gotta wear our pain in that. Drill is the evolution. I don't care how y'all feel about it. Drill is the evolution of the music from hardcore rap. Like, y'all better get that straight through your head. This is our youth. They sped up the speed. I read an article or I listened to a blogger talk about Pete Rock said it's a ill vibe to a soul. Like it's sick music. It's a sick rhythm. It's a sick
when you listen
spirit
to it makes you feel
that it activates.
Yeah.
I would like to unpack some of that because he went into it a little deeper, and I respect Pete Rock. He's also a producer, and you know what I mean. What do you think he meant by that?
Music. So, music has a lot to do effects of how you're moving, how you're thinking, the mood it will put you in. So, when I listen to reggae, a lot of times I might be on 10, and I know if I listen to some rap music right now, that's not going to help where I want to go. So now I might put on some reggae music that might tell me about uplifting and educating, and so now my mind frame will change. You know what I mean? So that is your music will also bring your aura to what you ask for, and if you don't want to believe it or if I'm not explaining it to you, let's go back in history. Biggie, he started talking about death on his second album.
Well, I believe you can speak things into existence.
And that's where
it's called spellbinding and spell trapping.
Because you're
that's for people who believe in literal power.
You put your conscious mind to where that's where you living. That's where you at. So that's what it is. And we can keep going. There's Biggie, there's Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, look at Young Dolph music before he passed away. You understand?
Shout out to Dolph. Yeah, Dolph Land.
Like, look, you can see it. Some people say they know when they're gonna pass. I don't know if that's what you want to call it or it's an intuition, but after a while, the music you talk could affect you. Even people that don't die from their music, people around them die from their music. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, but we could argue that in Thug Life. That's how it was going with Thug Life music. You know what I mean? People want to be less to see it. Oh, how did Jay-Z music kill anybody? But you don't know. Jay-Z wasn't really a Thug Life rapper. Right. So like he was the champagne rapper, the Cristal. Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what we was talking about earlier. Back in the days, everybody had a lane. Everybody had their own lane. If you was a pimp, you was a pimp. If you was a hustler, you was a hustler. If you was a jack boy, you was a jack boy. If you sold dope, you sold dope. Nowadays, everybody want to do everything.
Everybody EBK.
Everybody want to do everything.
Everybody killing.
You know what I mean?
Everybody
doing everything.
And that'll bring but I don't feel like all drill rap is a kill. Like, let's use Pop Smoke as a example. And that's after mature. He was an older one, right? How old was Pop Smoke?
But he was still young too.
Right.
But at the same time, he also died of a faith of the music because that's what they were singing about was drilling.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, you could speak what you want to existence if you push. Some people will do it and jump out of it, do it, jump out of it. I feel like Lil Durk, he good for that. He gonna give you a little bit of that, but he gonna give you some of that industry,
Right.
some of that. You not getting that from him all the time.
That's smart artistry.
But you know what I mean. So Fulio from Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
He can't, you
Shout
know.
out Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, you know what I mean. But all his good hits, he was dissing dead ops.
Right. I get
if
that.
If he ain't dissing a dead op, he ain't getting no view.
But what made that famous? The people made that famous.
Yeah, because they wanted to smoke on this person.
You know what I mean?
And they rolling this one.
Reality TV and all of that made all of this famous. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? We had
They said they smoked Tupac.
But we came into this digital world and they started reality TV, drama, people throwing bottles at people in relationship shows and shit like that, and selling, and then there's real stuff going on. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chirac. We're gonna touch on Chirac when we go into Little Durk and the OTF situation. That was coming, being spoken to existence for some years with Vaughn and Dirk and FBG and all of this shit. This shit was being spoken to existence for years. It was been manifested, but they was being real from the beginning about it, though. That's what we gotta. That's what we gotta.
Nobody knew what it was.
Right.
Nobody understood. You know, when they was dissing dead ops, nobody really knew they was dissing dead ops. Chirac made it cool to diss dead ops. What you mean? They was smoking on JoJo and Tuka. Everybody, the whole world smoking on Tuka. They didn't even know Tuka was a kid that got killed. His mama had to come on there and beg people to stop smoking on him.
When the sound started changing, I started listening to a lot of UK rap, and they're drilling.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're drilling. They talking about ops and all that, but they not shooting. You know what I mean?
They UK don't got guns.
Right. They're not shooting.
So you get stabbed and you get
it's more hunger lyrically. You know what I mean? So I want to kind of snub the whole, all drill is bad. Like, let the genre grow. Does it need maturity? Yes. But is it a loss of morality in the world, period? Don't blame that on drill. Like, I think the morality in the world is off. If you look at school shootings and everything else, that you can't blame that on drill.
Where you getting these guns at? That's my thing. Where they getting these guns at?
Right.
These 15-year-old kids got guns. 16-year-old kids got guns. Where they getting these
We saw a video. I don't know. I don't think I could show it. Let me see.
Man, that video was crazy, but they had sticks all in there. They had all types
bunch of teenagers in a Chirac school with mad guns and book bags, big ass imps in their jackets. Yeah. And they like 14, 13, 15. Like,
they shooting, but it ain't no basketball. You know, they in the gym shooting, but it ain't no basketball.
Oh man, yo, and that's what I mean. Like, ain't nobody here. Everybody gonna say, "Oh, they don't need to be like that. They don't need to be like that." But those kids can't even walk their block or walk to school. Yeah, get on a bus. That's a setup. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, when you have to live like that and survival, those cops that are arresting them, they know they have to live like that. They waiting for something to happen. Like,
R.I.P. JoJo, man. JoJo died on a bicycle, man.
Right.
JoJo died on a bicycle, man. They shot the man on a bicycle. The man was 15 years old. He didn't even get to see his good glory days of his rap music or nothing like that. That's how they live it. They've been living like that for 8 years now, 9 years now. They had the movie with the war in Chirac, and they showed all that, and nothing still changed. Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. So you can't blame the music.
Economically, politically, they talked about it. They doing sweeps. They trying to take the young kids out of the street, but the way of life is like that. It's like that, and nobody's speaking about that for them. And I get it. You know what I mean? Oh, they're criminals, they're murderers. I just don't feel like that because they're your babies. They're our babies.
Where the guns
You
coming
understand
from?
what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you're gonna point at them, you better be pointing at yourself. There's a discord between you and that generation. And whose fault is that?
And
Like,
let me fuck y'all up. That's our kids.
that's
You
what
want
I'm
me?
trying to say.
Man, let me get close. You know me get close. That's our kids. That's our kids that's running these streets right now. You know why? Because we was out here fucking off. Who went to jail? Who died? Who didn't take care of their responsibility as a fucking dad? Who was a bum? Who was everything else? So we can't blame nobody but our goddamn selves. We can't be blaming the kids. And they don't want to listen to us. You want to know why? Because when they needed somebody to listen to, we wasn't there. So now we old and they old, and now you want to tell them something. Of course they don't want to listen to your motherfucking ass.
Right.
They looking at us like we bums. They getting money. They could get on fucking YouTube, TikTok, whatever, and get $1. We couldn't do that. They getting money. So what can we tell them? You understand what I'm saying? We can't tell them nothing. We got to show them. And I had to step up to the camera because it's all of us. It's all of us.
It's everybody, man. And a lot of people saying, you know, all these, I get it. It strikes a fear button, a nerve button.
But it's the truth.
They want you to blame the gangs. They want you to blame.
That's us.
This stuff been this way, man. And
Man, I take it even further, man.
we got live and direct TV now. Everybody got a computer, phone, and an eye. An eye for yourself is an eye for the feds, an eye for the law, an eye for everything like that. So who's manipulating who here?
Man, we've been getting manipulated from the system from a long time ago. They took our dads out of our homes. Us as men, we grew up with our dads, so we thought that was the way. So we out there doing bullshit and we ain't taking care of our responsibility. This goes all the way back to Reagan and them eras when crack came out, and all that good stuff like that. But nobody don't see that. They look past that. We past that. We don't worry about that no more. Listen, we can't tell.
Now they got us divided within our families. That happened easy, right? But they got us divided within hip hop. They got us divided. Or the old timers don't like the young guys. The young guys starting to say fuck the old timers. Like, and there goes the death of a whole $1 billion industry.
And you know who wins?
You made it commercial. It's all commercial all the way around. It's not hip hop no more. It's blip block.
We don't win because they getting all
Blick
the
block.
money. They getting all the money. We still in the hood. We still killing each other. We still ain't doing what we're supposed to. So who's winning? Come on. Who's winning? Who's winning? After Dirt dropped, after him and NBA Youngboy went at it, their numbers went crazy on YouTube. Who you know doing 5 million and 6 million views in 1 day, 3 days, all that? Nigga Dirt got $40 million deal after that. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Off of beef.
Yeah.
Off of beef. If he was right there doing the regular stuff, man, it wouldn't have been that much. And look how they tried NBA Youngboy. They only wanted to give him a 22. They tried to do him like dog. Yeah. They tried to do him like dog. You understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to Smirkio and NBA Youngboy. We just speaking about facts and alleged stuff going on with y'all. We hope y'all come to some senses, especially with the feds hanging over both of y'all.
The feds watching.
Both of y'all.
The feds is watching.
Oh, man. Don't forget to hit them like, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the content, you got something to say, drop a comment. You know what I mean? We gonna go over a couple things since we jumped into Lil Durk and the Chi-Town and the kids and all that. We'll keep with the Chi-Town for a minute. How you feel about Lil J?
Man, listen.
Shout out to Lil J.
Listen, no offense to Lil Durk, but that's the only nigga that could disrespect him right now in the game. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all check the boy jacket, man. Go back and check him out. He was dissing before everything. He was one of the forefronts. If he didn't get that little murder charge, I want to see how the music would have really been. You know what I mean? Like, would he would have been the first body to drop on their side before everybody else? But he wasn't because JoJo was first.
Yeah.
You know, he really took up after JoJo and fell down. Him, FBG, Duck, they was all together back then. And
what Lil J say? Tukaville. Shout out to Tukaville.
Everybody was smoking on Tuka, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He had to do it. I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? No offense for nothing, but it's good for business.
For those chiming in, Lil J was FBG original with down with FBG Duck and Cash and all these guys early. He did go away. He's not claiming FBG anymore. I don't know if that's because Duck is gone. But he claims he has no allies, but he's still the king of Chirac, or the Chirac Wolverine. The Chirac Wolverine.
Who best to go at Dirt?
He got songs like Take Out Your Glory, and First Day Clout, which is new, getting a lot of views right now. Who you think gonna sign Lil J? No, fuck everybody up if Dirk signed Lil J. Yo, money changed everything, man.
Him and FBG Doug wasn't seeing eye to eye. He repping it because that's the other side, and they lost a lot, and he not gonna let them lose.
Smirk, that's what I would do.
You know what I'm saying?
I would call a sit down.
He gonna sign the Empire
and offer him a deal.
He gonna sign the Empire.
That's what I would do.
You know he gonna
offer him a deal, so you can wrap up all that old smug, because the Fed's trying to take everybody down.
He ain't gonna do it.
Of course he ain't gonna do it.
They killed JoJo. They killed Duck. He ain't gonna do it. Allegedly. Let's say that. My bad. I apologize. Because we just talking. It's all alleged. It's just coming out of our mind. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He can't. How you gonna let that? You can't let that down. He got to come back for his. He's sitting in jail, and you watching dudes that you were beefing with blowing up on the charts, and you sitting in jail. Your mind is manifesting. You just thinking about what you want to do when you get out, how you gonna do it, how is it gonna work. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, 7 years to come out of jail and drop a song and get over 1 million views, that's crazy, dog. That's crazy. No label, that's crazy.
No label.
That's to show you that how much pull he really had in Chirac. They was waiting, and the people wanted to hear what he had to say. But I feel like he's the only person in Chirac that can even try to come at Dirt right now.
Then Lil J need to start flossing his allies. He got some good production so far, and he got a story to tell. I like it. I like it a lot. But I hope that they could continue this without.
Keep it on wax, man. That's what we saying, man. Just keep it on wax. Keep it on wax. That's
we know better though. You know what I mean? But keep it on wax, man. They banging on wax. I never really been a bang on wax type of dude.
Man, you gotta do it nowadays. Feds watching.
Yeah.
They're watching us right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're watching us. That's why you gotta. It's crazy because right now you can't even. It's supposed to be freedom of speech, but our speech ain't free no more because now they're using our speech against us. So it's not even free no more. You know what I mean? Like I don't. You could be able to say what you want to say on wax, and nobody could really use it against you. But now, boy, they using it. You know what I mean? But that and these young boys, they don't do subliminals. You know what I mean? they just outright just saying what they gotta say. You know what I'm saying? I just spit the block.
I remember. In our day, we did subliminals.
Yeah.
I looked at a sucker ass shit right now. Like, you know what I mean? So
because you know what? We knew the feds was watching back then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we didn't want to put ourselves out there like
phones. Nigga, tap your phones.
Shout out to Shakaraka. We from the era of beepers. They were trying to get us with beepers. So, and y'all got AirPods and iPhone. And man, they know everything.
They know everything, man. And these guys trying to front, and there ain't no fronting, man. Ain't no.
The only way they're not gonna know is you got to go back to an old flip phone. And nowadays they so smart they gonna ping where the flip phone was hitting the last towers that the flip phone was pinging from. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, yeah. Oh, you talking about old boy?
No, we gonna move into this guy right here.
He got that bag of GDs. GDs in the dope. They don't let the GDs in the dope. GDs. Yeah.
Gotta bring that a little closer.
But he can't fuck with Dirt, dog. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Them niggas got, but they can't fuck with Dirk.
I don't know,
Jay
man.
is the
I'm a
only
Smirk
person.
supporter. I'll let
I'm a
that be
Smirk
known.
guy too. You
I'm a
know
Smirk
it.
supporter.
Man,
I
I
love
just
his
like
music.
this hip hop.
Feel him. Yeah,
It's hip hop. And hip hop
absolutely.
is about battle.
I'm from the Bronx, the home of hip hop.
And
Banging and been there.
it makes music good.
And
it makes music good. That's all. That's
you
all
know,
I'm saying. But
just watch the dry snitching, man. Watch all that.
You can't dry snitch. You gotta
Watch
dry
all
snitch.
that. Y'all gotta be more creative, man. And
Rob is the devil. Y'all dry snitching already. Y'all be on live robbing niggas, taking niggas money.
But I feel like Lil J has activated a wave in Chicago at the time. He activated a wave. 3 days ago, 14, trending on YouTube music. Your boy Ruger put out a song called The Old Ruger. And he takes some shots. Take some shots at OTF. Let's see if we can get this out and y'all can hear it. No, it's not hooked up.
This shot out niggas got their own lingo, boy. They be like my folks them grieve and all that. They got their own lingo and all that. Shot rap, boy. They got their own lingo.
They do.
They
definitely do.
Yeah, them boys, Y'all boys, man. I watched that video, boy. Y'all boys be carrying them sticks out there, man. Shit. Man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It's like I heard a dude said, put the guns down, but don't be caught lacking. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta keep your gun, but just shoot it if you need it. Don't shoot it because you want to. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to go home, that's one thing. But if you just shooting it to shoot it, man, put it up for a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some pizza. I mean, let a nigga live. Shoot him another day or something.
Man, y'all hitting the babies, man. That's when they gonna put in all kind of new rules.
That's
they
what
gonna
that AI guy. I told you that drill rapper. They was trying to run up on him. He was trying to shoot a nigga that was running up on him.
Shooting back. And all your missed shots go into innocent people. And that's how they gonna drop the laws on.
Man, y'all niggas need to go shoot.
Man, they're already using the RICO, manipulating the RICO in the wrong sense. And I don't see enough of y'all talking about it.
Y'all gotta go learn to shoot.
Here we go.
Y'all want them big guns and y'all don't know how to hold them.
This is the old Ruger.
I put sticks on them. For them green. Yeah. Them green. Nah, this shit don't touch me. Don't even look at me. I want to straight. Back the fuck up. All you bop ass hoes, all you goofy ass niggas. I'm just cool and I ain't even trying to slide. Look to my left, there's the hops on the side. They think cause I rap, I'ma let it slide. Since I got it, might as well let it ride. You gave 100K to the guys, them same niggas turned around and let you die. And that was OT. That was OT. Now we roll them in.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. Hold on. You see what I mean? The disrespect is coming from all angles. But when you open this gate and you disrespect everybody, I don't feel like he did anything wrong.
But listen.
But where was these guys 3-4 months ago?
Man, he was hurt, man. They just killed Dope. But listen, Ruger, I didn't realize who he was telling me about, man. Listen, he was the only GD that was talking.
He's supposed to be
a cousin.
Duck's cousin.
Yeah, or if we wrong, put it in the comments. Let we know we wrong. You know, but
he's supposed to be Duck's cousin.
Yeah, but he played that song. They don't let the GDs in the dope. Ooh. I think that was last summer. GDs. Everybody was like GDs. They were doing that wild shit. Yeah, he came out with that. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't have no backup. I feel like he coming harder now because he know Lil J home. You know what I'm saying? They got more people behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back then, Duck was the only one who was behind Duck. When Duck wanted to diss on them niggas, everybody scared. I mean, no disrespect. I don't mean it, but nobody wanted to diss on them because they knew OTF was the hottest thing out there.
They had their whole army out there.
But you see the flaws now. Because that is a flaw. Like, no disrespect to what he said, but it is true. You gave your dudes them all that money, and they let you die.
I felt like that for a long time. I felt like Dirk touched on that on the album himself. Salute to Smirkio for keeping it gangster. And I don't think I know people feel bad about that happening, but it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen.
If your man is dead and y'all know he's a pop off dude, and y'all got guns on y'all and all of that, y'all can't allow that to happen, bro. Yeah, y'all can't allow him to pop up. Y'all bring that to him, and y'all wasn't ready.
Y'all was supposed to be ready. When y'all woke him up, y'all supposed to be on 10.
And
ready to
you
go.
know, it's easy to judge that, but I'm just telling you, man, like y'all supposed to be ready if y'all bring that to him and y'all know he the pop off dude.
Man, what's up, man? Since we talking about Ruger, we might let me.
Nah, let it finish. Let it finish. Let's.
Oh man, I messed up. Did I?
Went back.
No, I don't think so.
We went forward.
You should know he white. He a fucking white boy.
All right, I messed up. It ain't exclusive.
You gotta minimize.
And I know what I'm on. My boys on. And we don't come. Because I know they not going to forget about me.
Hold up. Let's finish Ruger's joint, man.
You should know he white. He a fucking white boy.
That's not it.
Man, I messed it up, fellas.
Oh, some many men, Ruger. Oh.
All right, well, go ahead. Folks, I'm great.
This is Ruger.
Look, when I heard they had 100 on my head, I went inside the crib and grabbed that 100 off the bed. But you gon' need more than bread if you want me dead. Cause I got many men that hop out many bands and kill any man. Play with the gang, they come with repercussions. I speak English, but this heat a Russian. You better not reach for nothing. Playing street, now he laying in the street for something. Back in school, I taught the teacher something. Cause I was bumping back, run up on me wrong, you be jumping back. 40 got a nigga doing jumping jacks, headshot, honor that. Boy, they no coming back. Trying to stand your ground, you gon' get your ass put under that. Long live my brother, scrappy bitch.
Now, this is not drill.
Told him stand on all 10.
You understand what I'm saying? So they're gonna, what you blame on drill, they will aim that after they take care of the whole drill scene, they will aim that at the rest of hip hop. And y'all gave them the bodies and the support, and by the time you try to pull that support away, it'll be too late.
We got Max and Uzis, they running like Smokey and Craig, but this is not a movie. You might catch a shot to the head. Like
wow, people are doing by any means to live, bro. Not everybody rich. In fact, most people are poor.
Just in case they try to run
He is spent.
Don't be the last nigga. Yeah, I rap, but don't get shit confused. Cause when I cut off Pro Tools, I use a different tool. I keep a different gun for when I'm in a different mood. You can get your top pop like you at Jiffy Lube. Look.
That nigga say he finna change y'all all out there, man. That nigga what he listen. So what y'all call that? Y'all call that drill? Because he's spitting hard, but he's still drilling. It's the same thing, so that's where it came from.
That's my point, y'all. That's my point. Like, you have to let it grow. You have to let it mature like everything else. Do we got some immature kids running it? Yeah, because nobody believed in drill music 8 years ago. Nobody believed that it would ever make the wave is made. Dirk would take it. Chief Keef would bring it to where it was, and Dirk would pick it up. And then Vaughn comes out and he start rapping like, you know what I mean? And he was an instant star. And you know what I mean? Like these dudes is doing something different, man. And we gotta allow them to grow. Now, the whole trap scene always been about getting money, catching bodies. Once Gucci caught the body and changed trap, he changed trap forever.
That nigga Gucci said he put a nigga in the backwood and put him in our backwood and smoke him in a
disrespectful.
That nigga Gucci silly with it, boy. That nigga said he shot that nigga.
But he an older dude now that these young dudes is looking up to. They running around with him.
That's the rap package, baby.
You know what I mean?
Rap package.
I ain't blaming nothing on Gucci. Gucci got that's how you came up. You had to survive. But I will get into this since we're talking about Gucci. There are reports that 1017, Gucci and 1017
Man, let me drink some drink.
does a collab show on May 28th in Mobile, Alabama
Anybody watching the video?
with
Y'all was
CMG
If y'all was in Mobile and y'all know, y'all let us know.
and Moneybag Yo.
Leave in the comments. Come on, man. Leave in the comments. Y'all let me know.
Yeah,
Mobile,
man.
Alabama,
If you was there, if you was there, send me a clip, man. Send me a clip. I wanna see. I wanna see a clip.
Something. I can't believe it.
Oh man.
My red cup. I couldn't believe what they were saying. It's Moneybag Yo though. It's not like it's Moneybag Yo, but still.
I get it. Moneybag Bro is endless, right?
Moneybag Ho, whatever you want to call him. You know.
He's endless.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's endless. He's bread game, but he's CMG. Well, he's collective music. You understand what I'm saying? So like, you know, he's still CMG. You understand what I'm saying? Which Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 are friends, and Big 30 is signed to Endless, which is Bread Gang.
So we moving into the Memphis world. So we go from Chicago to Memphis.
See how easy that it just twitched because they close. They was, and everybody clicking, but it's in the middle because in between Atlanta and Chi-Town, you got Alabama, you got, you know what I'm saying, Memphis. So it's all tied in together, but whoever thinks CMG and 1017 will do a show together.
Especially, what has been 7 months after Dolph's death.
Yeah, man.
I would like to know who was at that show, man. Who opened that show? I would like to know that before we start saying anything crazy.
Tap in, let me know who was
allegedly, there was a show. It's marked on the calendar. If you Google it, it's there. There's advertisements being ran for it and everything. So it definitely happened. And tell me what y'all think about that, man. That's not just business, or does the money got blood on it? Does the money got blood on it? Money got blood on it. Bang bang.
Listen,
BANGUSA moment, y'all.
We just got to see how this play out, man. Listen, stay tuned to that Yo Gotti birthday bash. We gonna see the real truth. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see the real truth. That's all we gotta say. See the birthday bash. Who comes out on their birthday bash? If he brings out anybody from Pre,
it's another
birthday bash.
Big federal investigation going on in Memphis since the Dolph killing. We did a show way back in December, first show, way back in December, speaking on Dolph's death. We do need to do another update on this, on the Dolph stuff. There's a lot of alleged information out there. There's a lot of false information out there. There's a lot of other true information out there. And y'all stop that clickbaiting, man. Like, y'all just fucking it up. Y'all fucking up the investigations. Y'all fucking up everything. And capping, man. Y'all capping.
Damn sure be capping, bro.
Y'all capping.
Y'all be capping. Y'all be lying. Y'all be talking all this. Oh, we know. Y'all don't know.
Yo, if you got an angle, then say it's just an angle. What I was thinking about is this. What I was thinking about is that. And when it come back out later, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say this. Since then, an insurance agent came out talking. Now I don't know if it's all part of the whole scandal, but y'all check that out. The things he was saying on that. And Black Youngster, man.
The money got blood all on it.
Black Youngster dropped a video too recently that. Yeah, pull that up for me.
Listen, Black Youngster talking greasy, man. You know, he said in one of his videos, he said he had to shoot because he had to shoot a nigga because the other nigga was scared to shoot. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yo, FoFiff is crazy. Zonelife TV. Daytime USA Media, live and direct. What's poppin', y'all?
We're gonna find that one first. So y'all, because it's all alleged. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment use only. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Moving into Black Youngster. Salute the Black Youngster. Man, we can. We'll shout you out. All this is a legend.
It's overstood, nigga. We don't kill shit. You already know the fuck with me. You know what's up, me. They on this same shit, bitch.
Why you talking like that?
I know I already lost everything to this shit, nigga. I
So you got a graveyard, y'all. Carrying the shovel. At the cemetery.
What's your boy name on?
Give me the AK. That's what I'm on right now, bitch ass nigga. There you go. I'm assuming them bitch ass niggas call themselves stopping me. I'm assuming my young nigga murder shit, they bust shots for me. I'm assuming niggas gon' pay me everything they got for me.
Yeah.
I'm assuming niggas they think I'm playing like Monopoly. All they throwing them stick shots on the ground, that's how you end up.
Now these is older niggas now, y'all. These ain't the younger niggas. These is older niggas. So you gotta be accountable, bro.
You know what he said? The other niggas be scared, man. Man, R.I.P. Golf, man.
R.I.P. the dog.
I'm the type of nigga put money on your head, gon' kill you for it and get the bread. I've been the street nigga that murder shit, rapping shit, my second high. I'm on the verse, about to purge with the young niggas.
Man, got the man name on the same story.
Y'all can check this video out. Y'all can check the rest of that video out. It's Black Youngster, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to the next video now, cause he talking greasy.
Wow. I never saw that one, y'all. I never saw that one.
Yo, we talking greasy. I got another one. I'm gonna play him in a row.
Now this is also Black Youngster. Shout out to everything. Can't spell. Can't spell. Screaming King of Memphis.
Who you rob? Who you shot for? Who you look out for? When the boys down, who you wouldn't die for? Who? I know plenty niggas say they get money, but them niggas not us. I know plenty bitches say they fucking rich niggas, but they not us. Ho, stop lying. Talk about you pregnant, ho, that was not me, no. Ho, calm down. You gon' be alright, you just need a plan B, go. Let me tell you about plan C. Whole time she was plan B. Thinking with my dick. First day I met her, get that bitch plan D. Ho, I was feeling bad. I was trying to help her, she was on the plan E. Then I made her F. Then her brother played, so I was the plan G. Know how they go. HIK. That's 100 rounds if you think you playing me. LMG. Rest in PG. Trying nigga LG. QRS. I was preaching, let a pussy nigga bury me. TUB. I sent my slide come through in that cherry. WX. I slap you out before we get the YT. I'm a real killer. I don't really tell nigga shit about me. Who the fuck is you, nigga? Big blood and shit, they don't play about me.
Yeah. It's a BANGUSA moment, man. I hate y'all niggas. Nah. Yeah, I hate y'all. Y'all making it worse for all of us, man. But, you know, shout out to the hitters, man. Shout out to the movers and the shakers, too, man.
This one, True Colors.
Now, this one is True Colors. These are the most recent joints, man. They not on the trending, though. Yeah, this the one I heard. This one is crazy.
I can tell I ain't wasting my time when I pull my Glock out. I'm willing to go to war with them top city before I cop out. I turn a hard top to a drop top, they done broke the rock out. Gotta be careful how I move and shit, FBI trying to stake out. Play my dog out his life, did him wrong, treat him like a takeout. Who would've thought that dealt with his last surgery, he won't make it out. I'm thankful for this shit, I taught myself when I was J-High. Later I been get too high, but bro, back then I used to play out. On that country, I caught my first fight, I was shooting dice. Nigga broke up my fight, so I understood what a pussy like. Play with me in front of my hoe, you know I got a whooping right. He pussy right, so I dish him right. Then I cook him right. I showed you boys how to drive and bend the doors, open the door. I'm out of control, I threw 2 M's in the middle of the floor. Gambling with my life, I took a hit in the middle of the show. Married to this paper, me and her, we relationship.
Okay.
What they hit for? I'm the shit hoe. I got bricks hoe. She look thick,
He is cracked though.
and she lawyer. I for her. I take you somewhere you never
rapper.
go. I'm from the trenches where your
Legend,
niggas, they
he
think
ain't
they
a rapper.
South Memphis.
I'm
He's a
from
muscle.
the trenches where your niggas they come back door ya.
You hear what he said?
Mm.
You hear what they said? R.I.P. Dolph, man.
Oh
That
man.
nigga stank as fuck, man. I don't mean to cuss on your platform, man, but goddamn it, man, them niggas.
This Bang Time USA Media,
Yeah,
you know,
man,
it's bang bang
them
all
niggas
day.
stank as hell, man. You know how they talking about this nigga? They had to kill this nigga, man. Dolph was a beast, dog. I don't mean to take it off subject, man. Dolph was teaching us how to do this shit independent. You didn't need nobody. You put your mind to
These were
something.
the older dudes, man. These are the older dudes getting money, banging on each other, banging on wax. Dolph got shot a few times, or shot at and then shot. And I bet you he almost died then. You know what I mean? But he survived that, and he used it as fuel. He didn't let them cripple him with it. And
Hey, how the fuck you miss a whole 100 shots?
how the hell you miss a whole 100 shots?
Oh man, let me stop, man. Why y'all tripping, man? Y'all just took a good man out the world, man. We're gonna leave that one alone, man.
Yeah, but that spirit, you know, the spirit is infinite.
Yeah, man.
And you could try, when you martyr somebody, you can't steal their spirit.
That's on God.
You know what I mean? You could try to emulate it,
But you can't take it.
but it's not original. So you're gonna run into a wall. Like, that spirit is running free. And the people that believe in Dolph and keep Dolph's spirit alive, that shit gonna shine through. And it's already doing remarkable things. In this neighborhood in Memphis, period. You know, you see, they was at the Memphis game versus the Warriors, and they played the Dolph song with CMG in the building and all that.
They had to.
Shout out to Snoopy Bands for putting that pressure. I seen you in the building.
Hold it down for Dolph,
y'all just gotta hold it down. Keep going, man. Keep going. Y'all can't stop. And none of y'all better take a deal with CMG, man. Y'all better go take deals with Gucci or something. Don't tell them, don't sound with
I'd rather
CMG.
take a deal with the devil first.
You know, that's what it is. When they come with the bag, though, everything, people way crazy, but not all money is good money. And, you know, Dolph, number one thing was be independent. Push yourself, love yourself. Yeah, and come up at your pace. Make your sound and all that, and come up at your pace. And he's living proof that you can do it. You can't be cheap with yourself either. If you cheap with yourself, your product gonna be cheap.
Man, it's called investing in yourself.
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself.
You gotta invest in yourself. You want to invest to go buy them Jordans, right? You want to invest to buy that shirt to go impress that chick. Nah, nigga. Go invest in something. You know, some dudes, we buy cars. I ain't gonna lie. I was that guy. Let me show you how I started. I started from shoes. It went from hats to shoes to cars. You know what I'm saying? Then you just keep on going. But after a while, you got to learn what's assets and what's liabilities. And then when you know the difference between them, you know where to put your money and you know where not to put your money in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's all it is to it. That's for a whole nother show, whole nother time and a whole nother sequence. But y'all see Black Youngster, man, like, you know, I don't know, man. We need to do something. What we gonna do about rap? What y'all boys gonna do? What y'all gonna do if y'all get hit with the RICO? Are y'all preparing for the RICO? Are you getting prepared?
Better be. Everybody better be prepared for that, man. Because that's what I'm trying to warn everybody. Like, if you doing music, yes, you moving.
You gonna get the RICO.
You are right now. It's a nationwide gang racketeering indictments targeting rappers, affiliations to the community, and your street gang affiliation, which most people from these communities gonna know somebody in a gang, right? So a gang is defined as any group of four or more, right? So that could be a family members, four or more. You'll be considered a gang, and if you LLC and have your own business, then you opened yourself to a racketeering charge, right?
And so what they trying to say, young smart entrepreneurs, we can't open businesses no more. We can't.
They never wanted us to do that. Look what they did. Look what they did with the young entrepreneurs when we was coming up. They was running these weed spots and candy stores and all that. And those were getting raided for and hit for weed, right? Hit them with RICO racketeering rules. Locked them up 15, 20 years. They just coming home, and when they come home to medicinal centers.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Straight disrespect. The same thing they was doing.
When we was growing up, nigga, we had to hide that shit. We got caught with weed when we was young, bro. They put us under jail like we had crack cocaine.
Right.
Straight disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, right now, that's why they're trying to change laws to let people out, but you can't just let people out. You just took years of these people's lives over a little bit.
You owe them startups, I believe.
Something.
I believe everybody that you hindered, you owe startups to. You locked them away, got the startup lane on it, changed the law, and then you boxed them out. They felons now. They can't get in the game.
So let me show you. Off the top of my head, but maybe that's the new thing. Because they can't get the weed no more, they hitting them rappers with the RICO.
Yeah, because most rappers are gonna be from, especially rappers from these inner communities such as Young Thug.
Yeah.
Coming from the impoverished community of ATL, moving into Atlanta, and this gang racketeering charges all around, going around. Y'all better pay attention. They may be only talking about YSL and Lucci and all that. But you got the Bronx rappers that just got taken down in an indictment with the Bronx district attorney and Brooklyn. Right. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the new thing. They're getting you with the racketeering. If you got an LLC and you claiming you being this, but you doing something else in these streets and they know that, they trying to seize everything because that's the way they get their money. And y'all rappers, that's what they doing too, because they gonna want to seize all y'all money. When you sitting on 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, you know where that money going to? The task force. They spending your money good. It's
called asset forfeiture.
Yeah.
It's called asset forfeiture. So if they could get it, they don't have to give it to the county.
Right.
They take it for the unit itself.
Funding. More funding.
The XDA does this. These rap task force, rap what do you call it? The gang units. Yeah. They all do this. Any money that they asset forfeiture goes back to the unit.
Yeah, that's how they get more equipment. They get better guns. They get all types of stuff. The only thing they don't get is body cam.
So they want
body cam.
Yeah, man. We got 30-man indictment in the Bronx, charges stemming from social media posted crimes of the past. You're getting charged for now in a big racketeering case. Even as far as such as cruelty to animals for beating a pigeon.
Oh yeah, I see that one.
For beating a pigeon with a stick.
How the fuck you beat a pigeon with a stick? Hey,
pigeon was hurt.
Okay.
And it was cornered. And they beat it up with a stick.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, bro, you can't beat no pigeon, but pigeons don't play. You can't get close to one of them monkeys.
Now suddenly, y'all want me to believe
you locking me up for beating the pigeon?
Y'all care about the pigeons of New York City. Suddenly, y'all want me to believe y'all care about the pigeons in New York City.
Man, listen.
One of the most dirtiest rodents of New York.
A pigeon? You locking me up for
that tells me a lot. That tells me a lot.
I whoop a pigeon? Man, stop. Listen, right now somebody's slaughtering a pig right now to eat for dinner, dog. They ain't worrying about that shit, right?
That speaks of desperation.
They just trying to get them off the road.
Yet it does mark the probable cause to investigate. Then you serve the warrants. You grab the guns. The guns are connected to shootings. And there we go. Hence the racketeering.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
That's how they. Let me tell y'all. This is how you know they got John Gotti like this, right? You know they didn't get him on none of that stuff he did. You know they got him on taxes. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, all the LLCs getting money and they wasn't getting nothing. And that's the only thing. So when they get you for beating a pigeon, they just trying to clean up New York, man. That's what it is, man. I'm gonna just tell you. Nobody ain't gonna tell you the truth. But I'm gonna tell you, they're trying to clean up New York.
But the question what I would ask you that nobody is saying, salute to K Flock, man.
Yeah.
Free K Flock.
Pow!
Bow, bow, bow. Salute to you, man. I'm a heavy Flock supporter, but I'm gonna say this. These are your whole oppositions from y'all posting on social media back and forth during your whole opposition, right? What that puts you in a place is you're behind the wall when this indictment goes down.
Yeah, man.
Is what's being said about you, brother. And I need you to clear all that up as soon as possible. You know what I mean? Like, because you are facing a murder. And what information they had to go make these arrests is all from social media, if it is. But you behind the wall right now, so they got y'all all right now behind the wall.
Yup, on some bull.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna try to have y'all meet somewhere so that y'all can take each other out inside prison. That's that dirty work of CEOs and shit like that. But y'all can't do it. Y'all can't do it, bro. Y'all can't do it.
While we're talking about indictments and all that, we might well bring up the 40 dub.
Yeah, man. Everybody's getting talked about. If you made news, I've been meaning to get on you. 42 Doug and the PDF family, who's also under investigation for a gang indictment. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So this is why I didn't bring this up just to have a bullshit content, man. I really feel like this needs to be discussed more within hip hop and everybody playing with it.
You beefing with the feds, nigga. You can't talk, nigga. You can't beef with the feds.
And then be mad the feds came and got you.
That nigga snitch. Yeah, we don't talk about him anyway. Yeah, you know what we talking about, man. What you call that and talk all that? Man, come on, man. You know, come on, man. Listen, they watching. If you don't think they watching, man, they watching from all
42
angles.
Doug, rapper from Detroit, FoFiff, Protege, and CMG, Protege, 4PF, gets arrested on the back of a private plane by the federal agents after 6 months being on the run supposedly made a deal to turn himself in to do a 6-month bid. Never went. Started claiming what is it? What's it called again?
That solemn something or whatever.
He's
like
claiming
man, it's not saying that he don't go by U.S. rules. He got
federal law. He doesn't have to follow federal law because he's legally separated from the state or something like that. It's called
man.
That's what the sister got killed for out in Carolinas that time. In Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I need to look it up.
Listen. 42 dog, man. You was living good, bro. You should have just kept on going. You should have let them know. Listen, from the time you posted, you was on a private jet. They already know you on a jet. They looking for you, dog.
Dude.
Listen, social media is the devil. You understand what I'm trying to tell you, nigga? Social media is the devil. You see Facebook Live, you see anything live, that shit is the devil. Listen, if it ain't for promotional use only, leave that shit the fuck alone.
Yeah, entertainment
only. Robbing niggas on that shit. That is dumb as hell, nigga. If I see another nigga rob a nigga on IG Live, that's some dumb ass shit. You might well call the police and be like, hello, yeah, I'm about to rob this nigga on so and so, come get me. You stupid.
I agree, man. There's a lot of bogus stuff going on, man. Live robberies, live killings, live, you know what I mean? And eventually the laws are gonna change and you guys are gonna be trapped in these these habits of posting all this crazy stuff and you're gonna be breaking laws. You're breaking laws now.
Man, listen.
I don't know how to get y'all down, but they hitting people with racketeerings. And this is gonna go to bloggers be blamed. I ask.
Yeah,
Should bloggers be blamed? Should
yeah,
labels be blamed? Should the elders be held accountable for how music is turned today?
bro. Everybody need to be held accountable. It's
So
not just one
everybody need
person.
to share in accountability.
That's it. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know, if you go back to as far as who, even when we was in the music industry, you know, we might do some dumb shit in the street. We gonna talk about it on track.
Right.
But when we talk about it on the track, there was no internet, there was no nothing, so there's no footage to back up the track. So niggas is assuming, oh
Right.
yeah, you think you that, but we know we that. And the person who know did that, they know we talking about them on the track. So you know, nobody don't know. But nowadays, everybody feels like they gotta do something on a live to solidify their gangster. Gangster is not being on live and robbing somebody, bro. Gangster is holding your own lane. Gangster is
Take
taking
care of
care
your
of your
family,
family.
man.
Gangster is taking care of your community.
By any means, your
You know what I'm
community.
saying? Like, you feel me? Like, you know, don't listen. When we was doing what we was doing, bro, nobody out of our community could come in our community and do what we ain't mess with. Nobody in there. No old people, no nothing. We ain't getting no robbers. We ain't getting no nothing. You make sure the people are safe. But nowadays, y'all, young kids, y'all just do what y'all want. Y'all put the gun, y'all want to wave the gun in everybody's face. Y'all think the gun is the answer. The gun ain't the answer sometimes. Sometimes you just need to talk it out. The old lady, let me show you something. When you hustling across the street and the old lady across the street still bitching according to Jeezy, why don't you go buy the old lady some food one day? And go walk over there and talk to the old lady and reason with her real quick.
Well, you shoot in her window.
Because she probably would keep quiet if you tell her you're going to pay a light bill or a water bill or something. And then she probably going to let you know everything going on if you caress her a little bit. But y'all just want to wave the gun in them people's face all the time. They ain't going to like that.
They're scared to death of you, man.
Right, that's bullying.
They're shooting guns right outside their windows.
Yeah,
They're shooting their babies. Last week, it was a shooting in the Bronx, Longwood section. A little girl gets shot. I grew up in that section. That's my section. That's Westchester section. That's 6th Train section. You know what I mean? And it's like that. But and it's always been that way. It was a low budget community for a long time that's worked its way up. And she was shot. And she was shot by a 15-year-old boy. You know what I mean? Reportedly, I believe his name is Matthew Godwin, and they're looking for an 18-year-old that was with him. I don't know who shot the gun. But both those kids' lives are ruined.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm sure the parents didn't put them up to it. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, again, the parents wasn't there to save them. You know what I mean? From making the mistake. Like, now they arguing, should you try him as an adult because he shot a minor? But he's a minor himself.
Where they get the gun from?
They trying to blame it on the 18-year-old.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
He's a minor too.
And who's really a minor too.
You know what I'm saying? And he got to have the gun because he's 18 and he in the Bronx and they drilling.
And they drilling.
You cannot have it because now you're lacking. You trying to go home. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all a catch.
People ain't jumping you no more. If they catch you in their community, they shooting you.
You remember we used to get flipped?
Like, it's crazy.
They flip you for your Jordans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They do all that other shit. They don't do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like nowadays it's like, oh, they go to ops, they just pull out. There's no, hey, what's up? Ain't no fair fight no more. Ain't no none of that no more. They just want to shoot. Why? You know what I'm saying? Niggas scared to get their ass whooped. That's what it is. Niggas are scared to get an ass whooping. That's what the hell it is. Don't be scared to get an ass whooping, dog. Ass whooping.
It make you better.
Yeah, it builds character, dog. Niggas told ass whoopings all the time, nigga. Niggas gonna see me on camera, they be probably like, man, listen, they jumped me one time. I'm gonna
make you better, man.
Bro, they jumped me at the school and whooped me one time. You know what I'm saying? I went home and told my uncle wasn't having it. I had to whoop these niggas. Every time I seen one of them, I just whoop them, bro. I just whoop them. And, you know, sometimes you don't know if you can whoop a nigga or not, but you just got to try. And if you lose, you know, hey, you just got to tighten up. Anytime I see you again, it's it's on site. That's
People-
all it is.
Nah,
You know
they,
what I mean?
nowadays they don't want to be on World Star
Yeah,
getting
they
their
don't-
ass whooped.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
But
I
they
ain't gonna front though. I ain't young no more. So if y'all young boys try me, I'm shooting.
see, and that's what the message. That's how the message came from all the old timers. So now they get a little bit. They go get their hand on a gun. They're like, I'm shooting too. Like, you know what I mean? And
But them old timers, they used to do us like that too. They be like, man, when you fight me, y'all, I'm gonna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? So it be like, but man, listen.
and you talking to somebody who had an old timer pull out a gun on him because he ain't like the way I was talking to him.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was a friend of my dad's, and he still pulled a gun out on me. He don't care. He was definitely gonna shoot me.
Nah,
Know what I mean? Like,
and he know you can't whoop it.
right, like, and he's 6 foot tall,
Nah,
but he an older cat, and he like, yo, I ain't fucking with you, young blood. And he pulls out on me like, what you want to do? He didn't care if I was the son of somebody. He didn't care. So then, how you think I respond from that day?
You finna go home and get your fire anytime you see that nigga that's on site.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, and so now we fast forward to the mentality of today, of the youngins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and we're saying that same mentality is wrong. Like, you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, they guns evolved since we had guns. Boy, they got switches on them bitches.
Hell yeah, man.
They got
100 shots in a blink.
Yeah, they got titties on them. They got sticks. They got man. Back in the day, we get a little revolver. We thought we was the band, boy. We buck you down with 6. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you got switches, man. You more than likely to shoot kids, man.
See, that's the problem. Y'all boys need to go to the range. See, but you can't even go to the range because y'all ain't even old enough to shoot the damn gun. You know what I'm saying? Shit, y'all ain't even old enough to shoot the damn gun. So y'all can't even listen. If you don't know how to shoot, get your little small gun, bro. You don't need all that big gun, bro. You just trying to go home. You ain't trying to kill the whole crowd. You know what I'm saying? You shoot 2 times, pop, pop, hit the corner, run around, dip out.
Man, we after other people got to remember that guns are a defense mechanism. They just defense, bro. They just defense.
Y'all using offense.
Y'all offensively running down, y'all robbing, y'all provoking, you know what I mean? And I've made some mistakes as a youth, so I can't act like I didn't, you know what I mean? But being somebody who survived and was given a chance to mature, I think that every man needs that opportunity, but not everybody gets that opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? And we was forced to grow up young. We was living older than we was, and these kids are doing more of the same. Like, you know what I mean? They trying to live like us. They trying to emulate.
But it's not even that. It's so bad. I think that they maybe it's a 50-50. Maybe they want to live like that and they have to live like that.
Right.
Because like they emulate so much what they live in that it has to be like that.
Right. We out of touch. We know how to be. We fathers.
Yeah.
We've been mature. We work hard for hours. We're paying certain shit. We know certain shit don't lead into whatever else.
Right, but
they don't care.
Yeah.
They may be fathers and all that, but they still not at the level yet.
Their heart's still cold.
Some of their brains ain't still fully formed. They're not 24, 25 years old yet. Like, you know what I mean? And like, we talking about this 15-year-old. He's damn sure a baby. Just, you know what I mean? And he got a gun in his hand. Like, he shouldn't have had a gun in his hand. Like, you know what I mean?
And then that's where they blame drill because they're going to be like, oh, this kid was listening to drill music.
They did that to Pop, though. I remember them doing that to Pop.
That's not even it. He probably really got some type of beef going on out there. These niggas is really trying to hurt him.
They definitely do.
And he's trying to just survive. And in the midst of that, the little girl got killed.
All right. And this week we had a drastic shooting, a school shooting in elementary school, man, in Texas. You know, another 18-year-old who legally went and purchased some guns from a Dick's Sporting Goods and went into school and started shooting. Was that based on drill? You understand what I'm saying? We gotta be careful, man. So I think it's more the times.
Right. Well, you see that that I don't even
has nothing to do with drill.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's me being sarcastic.
But
it's the time,
it's
man.
The time. And
we had a post shooting. That wasn't based on drill.
It's a lot of copycats.
Right.
I feel like they want the attention. And
it's clout chasing.
Right.
And it's about clout chasing. You know what I mean?
Do anything for clout.
Do anything for clout. Yeah, man. And that's the most aggravating part about it as a parent, for my culture, my people, for a hip hop supporter, enthusiast. It's frustrating, man, because it is happening within hip hop. But it was the hip hop communities that represent the poor communities. Always.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see the dark. You're gonna see the street.
You gotta see it.
50 Cent came into the game after being shot 9 times. You understand what I'm saying? That happened. That was real.
They loved him.
You know what I mean? Like,
they loved him afterwards. White America loved him. They sopped him up like crazy.
Right.
And survived. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when he started pulling himself out the game, he had to dissociate himself from that street.
Snoop Dogg was 15, 16 years old, coming out talking about bitches ain't shit, buttholes and tricks, and we sucked that shit up. As elders, as youngins. Yo, he was wildin'.
Hey,
shout out to Snoop Dogg and the Death Bro.
You couldn't even put a song like that out right now, but they shut that shit down right now. The gatekeepers be like,
he better put that song back out. He better drop a 20-year anniversary release of that song, Snoop Dogg.
It'd be all clean. It'd be like, let me show you. It's gonna be like
chickens ain't shit, but
yeah, trick. That's it, yo. You gonna hear me?
Oh man. They gonna remix it.
Shit, that's crazy, man.
You know what I mean? Like, we made some raw ass music, man, and they was kids talking about the times. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg, the one who came through and crushed the buildings.
Man, listen.
He started the East Coast, West Coast shit.
But they weren't drilling. They drilling now, boy. If they was drilling,
man, we lost 2 of the most prime niggas over them crushing the buildings in the East Coast.
If we was drilling back then, somebody would have died early because they was in New York and nobody really did nothing.
Man, Mobb Deep was the only ones going back at them at the time. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Jay-Z didn't jump in that.
He jumped in
after the fact.
Trying to get his algorithm up.
I remember that. See, that's hip hop enthusiasm right there. You know what I mean?
We ain't gonna put Hov on blast like that.
But you know, we had the Nipsey killing, we had the FBG Duck killing, we had, you know, this is all hip hop, and we have to wear that. You know what I mean?
Rap package, the new rap package. He laugh when I tell him that. The new rap package. Let me tell you how the new.
Gotta do time for the new rap package.
The new rap package, when you sign it, you might not do that time today or tomorrow, but sometime
it's
in
coming.
There, you're going to do 5 to 10 or 5 to 7. You got to do that 5 to 7. You're going to have to be in them streets a little bit. Somebody going to have to get shot. They're going to have to have some kind of controversy. You know what I'm saying? That's all in the contract. The rap package. You understand? You're going to get, don't worry.
They say the industry is evil.
You're going to get the chains.
There you go.
You're going to get the cars. You're going to get the watches. You're going to get the bitches. Man, y'all go check out Dog Slave Owner, man. Come on. Shout out to Dog, man. You a slave owner. 360 boss, 360. We're going to get everything. They're going to give you that rap package. So in the beginning, you're going to be blinging and you're going to be shining, but you sold your soul to the devil. Remember, you got to do something. Yeah, so when they be like, hey, you got to do this now, you can't say no more. You've been spending their money for 4-5 years now, black youngster. You know what I'm saying? But we already know what it is.
Let's go. All right. So what about how you feel about Young Thug's situation?
Man, listen. Allegedly, but was alleged. That's how, you know what I'm saying?
They're trying to get them for 10 years of crimes. 50 bodies. 50 bodies. How you let it get over 5, 10? You let 10 years go by, 50 bodies. Whose failure is that?
Listen, fuck that.
Like,
how the hell it take them 10 years to figure that shit out?
Nah, man. It's bullshit. That's why. That's how I'm telling you. This what I'm so mad at it. It's so much
It takes
bullshit.
them 10 years to figure out 50 matters. It takes this one DA lady to come out how many years later to look at the case and find a case? Or because they figured out the way to use that bullshit ass RICO law they got now to get motherfuckers.
Chase rappers.
That's what it
and
is.
bloggers.
Listen,
and they just getting it in line
you
right
ain't
now.
gotta
So
do
before
it.
they start pushing up on everybody. So
Who gonna
you know what I
say
mean?
first?
You saying, "Oh, I don't do crimes. I don't care." Nah, but your topics,
Yeah, you sing about it.
the things you talking about, the things you're saying. You talking in first person. You was there. You know what's up. They coming to see you.
Y'all
You getting
rappers,
locked up in these
y'all need to go back and
indictments.
listen to the old rap.
And I don't think
Jay-Z.
that's legal. Like
Jay-Z
you gotta.
rap in third person. When you rap in third person, you don't know who you talking about. Y'all be wanna call niggas name, full direct, say where you was, told them when you spin the block. I was over here, spin the block, came back on so and so, bust out so and so.
Most people outside the rappers are young, poor, and restless motherfuckers. Where's racketeering for them? How do you prove racketeering on the little guys? It got to be the murders. It got to be the murders. But with murders, you need weapons. You need motive. You need all that. They trying to get rid of all of that with a racketeering charge. That's aimed at the rapper. That's associated to the little guy. Both ways is kind of unfair in a trial by law to both those people. They can't get a fair trial, right? Like, and ultimately, I would argue that RICO charges being manipulated in the wrong fashion. They're using the literal wording different than it was meant when it was written in these laws. They're attacking your fantasy of music and art and design, regardless on what literal information he made evolve into it. There's other false information in there. So once you get that is called legally in a court of law, that is called speculation, and you need proof. So it doesn't hold in court legally. But under racketeering, speculation don't exist. And that's where I argue that the unfairness to all of this. And I really would like to get a legal representation on here. We could talk about that a little further. We're looking to try bringing a lawyer on in the future, just to see what legally am I right about. Because you can't be on there talking about you killed somebody. But when you say my uncle follow us like the sniper, I got snipers following me. My uncle this, my uncle that. That's kind of, he don't literally got snipers following him. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But they're gonna use that for something. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's a military guy. He's a this, that. Oh, he got natural military on his security. They are actually sniping people and killing people and driving away. And where are these stories naturally? It should be a timeline. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see that. And I just feel for Young Thug right now. I seen a capping video blogger say recently that Young Thug got caught trying to escape, and he got caught sneaking phones in and stuff like that. I don't know how true that is. They drone flying phones inside the walls for these guys to talk to people and all that. And how I tell them, you know how that happens? That happens through a CO's hand. That don't happen through no drones. You pay a CO to bring you a phone, bro. And they bring you a phone. Y'all think it's too complex. Oh, they don't want to involve the COs. I know what it is. But at the end of the day, oh yeah, we got drones flying phones in. Nah, man, the drone is a CO.
Phone's been coming in.
They've been coming in. They've been calling from behind the walls.
live behind the lie. There wasn't no lie back then.
Yeah, now it's live in jail. Like, you know what I
There
mean?
wasn't no lie back then.
People making videos, rap videos. You see the dudes did the dollar for dollar right from the cell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They did the dollar for dollar remix right from the cell.
What's his name? That one rapper who just grandparents passed away. He been on it hot, rapping every night now. Like he just got him a phone.
They gonna get ran up on in the nighttime once they joint went viral.
Yeah.
For contraband. The cell's gonna get ran down. Every one of them. They're gonna get ran down, and as soon as they find the contraband, that'll be more charges on them. And that's how prisoners ran, and is that fair? You know what I mean? Y'all got caught lacking. You got a CO working with the T, and y'all charging the guy with more time. Like, yeah, everybody else going. Ain't that how life is going? Like, so you know, it's just an example how they want to punish certain people and not others. Hi, Jack. I need a cigarette. But yeah, are we being too loud? Yeah, man. So that we out here, man. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe. You're watching Big Time USA Media, live with Zone Life TV. We know you there, baby. And we're doing our first collab stream together, speaking about numerous topics in hip hop. The trend of the racketeering and the RICO is going around nationwide. Rappers having to prepare themselves. All rappers, all labels, all business owners, all street dudes that got LLCs. This is how you gotta watch your back, man. You gotta watch your company, your circles, and what they're doing, so they'll mess you up, man. They'll mess you up. Whether they mean to or not. You know what I mean? People will mess you up. You got to explain it to them.
You got to do one or the other. You got to give it all the way up, or you got to be one-footed. You got to do something, but you can't let them catch you off guard. But that's what they want. Take all the money you work hard for, and they're going to keep it. That's what I'm saying. You got to move a little bit smarter, a little bit more wiser with the move. That's all it is to it.
Yeah.
That's definitely the point. You know what I mean? So, watch what y'all say on y'all tracks.
Yeah, man. Gucci said it, man. I gotta stop talking about it. Stop trying to be show outs, show offs, man. Get the experience. Talk about the experience. Don't talk about the action. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be your best storyteller. You gotta let everybody else talk to you. Talk about you.
Let the haters talk.
Oh man.
Let the haters definitely talk. I think we done ran through.
We ran through a lot, man. We talked about a lot today, man. There's a lot going on in America right now. It is a Bang Time USA moment. This is a Bangusa moment. Hashtag Bangusa moment in the chat and in the comments. You agree with what me and FoFiff is talking about? Hashtag agree, don't agree. Hashtag Bangusa moment. Hashtag Zone Life TV. Everything we spoke about is alleged. It's all alleged. You can do your own studies. You can go watch those videos that we played, the Black Youngster videos, the Ruger videos, the Little Dirk videos, the Gucci videos. We're going to be watching Gucci, man. Lil J and them. We got to watch Lil J rise. See if we're going to continue to rise. Who else? R.I.P. Dolph, which still unsolved mystery over there going on in Memphis. A lot of rhetoric, A lot of rhetoric. 8 months later,
Bullshit.
a lot of rhetoric. A lot of rhetoric, man. It's so much rhetoric, I would think, and this is alleged, I would think if you listen to Dolph music, Dolph did this to himself.
That nigga
The
trying to
bag, baby.
He trying to open Pandora box. I ain't with.
It's so much mystery behind Dolph. You would think Dolph did this perfectly. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Salute to PRE, the PRE Illuminati, and it's good. We out of here. Hour and a half.
We're going to the other channel now.
Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Zone Life TV,
Yeah.
Bang Time USA Media. I'm your host, Bang. That is FoFiff